When you think about the how additional needs is now and how it's growing, and I know that you brought on some different partners that are working with you to really expand the reach that you have. Would you be able to just kind of talk a little bit about some of the different efforts that are going into such as celebration, creation celebration, the art contest that you have? When you think about the family employment stuff, like what are some of the main pillars of additional needs incorporated now that you're really focused on and trying to drive?
The first one, we'll start with celebration and creation, our art experience. Every year that grows, not just with more participation from individuals, families, schools, which is fantastic. We're also taking individuals and giving them other platforms. Like we now have a mentorship. So our featured artist for 2024 is now mentoring our featured artists for 2025. Also, there has been connections made where individuals are able to sell their artwork in different businesses. We had our featured artist for 2023, no, 2022, mom bringing artwork from our featured artist for 2024 into her flower shop, Benita Blooms. So Layla, a 2024 featured artist, is now selling postcards. And Jax, his name is Jackson, Jax, who is our 2022 featured artist, mom's flower shop.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
it I keep on trying to figure out how to explain the impact, how this has affected other people. We're starting to ask for letters. You know me, I'm not asking for people to do more things. You know, I know how much time is limited, yet I can say one thing, but it's going to be a lot more powerful from the artists themselves, the artist family saying what's happening. And so we're starting to get letters in and learning more and more of the impact that we've done through celebration and creation. Another example with that would be Emilio, who helped us bring in a whole new category, ANI's Choice Award. And they, you know, his mom, Monica, wasn't sure that he'd ever get into art. And it was our mutual occupational therapist, or was it our physical therapist, Mary Fallon's, that kind of encouraged Monica to have Emilio take part. So he took part in the second year of Celebration and Creation. And they took their time and they created a beautiful piece of artwork. She then had her sister help out the next year. So it's a whole celebration creation. Part of it was to bring families together, to get out into nature. You know, nature is so powerful for us. And she realized, okay, there's no rush on this. You know, we give a lot of time to prepare it, to get it put together. Um, and then she saw Emilio grow, and from doing little bits to doing more and more and more. And we saw the same thing with Jack. You know, Jack initially would take the photographs. You know, he'd take my camera and take some pictures out in the Botanical Garden, took some beautiful pictures. And then through help with Collier County School District and the art department, ended up doing a drawing for the, I think it was the third year. And then this year, which was a major goal of mine, Cynthia and Jack actually painted together, and that's where they created blooms. So Cynthia did a bloom, a picture of a tree out back of our yard, and Jack did the same thing. So they worked together to create this. So Jack went from not really wanting to really hold a crayon or a paintbrush or anything So taking photo all the way to now creating his own painting with his mom. They sat outside to start. They sketched it outside underneath the tree. So it's such a powerful thing. And then to have the reception in the botanical gardens here in Naples, Naples Botanical Gardens, has been a beautiful way to then bring other organizations in our community right here in Naples together, so people can learn about those resources, because that's what ANI is. That's the main thing of ANI, is a resource hub. And so we display the artwork on each table of the organizations. People get to meet those organizations, get to ask questions, look at the beautiful artwork, meet the artists. And the impact is incredibly cool. CCPS, Collier County School Districts, came to our 2024 reception, was so pleased with that, called me up and asked me how I could help them with doing their own art experience that would then link up with Celebration of Creation. And we want to continue that with other schools. So as the message gets out and other schools know that we're open to communicating and sharing how to do this together, because I believe, because we opened a team category thanks to Mrs. Martin's amazing students, and I believe they're at Oak Ridge Middle, that, you know, they were the school that really got in. So we had for the individuals still in school. Now there was a team competition for also adults as well, but they were the only school, the only teams that took place. So we think it was $650, $700, I think, roughly, that we ANI donated to those classes, those art classes for CCPS. And as we get more and more sponsors and more schools come in, more teams come in, that's more money to help with the arts, which we know sometimes gets less funding. So we're here to help fund those arts. And then, of course, we had the adult category, and an organization, God's Protective Harbor, they won for the team competition for the adults, and they received $100. So with Celebration of Creation, which is now was our 4th year, really technically it all started before COVID, but it was our 4th year. You know, we're looking to expand it more and more and be able to get more monies to families, to schools, to organizations that are embracing the art world, that embrace individual additional needs. So that's one of our big goals with Celebration of Creation, to continue that, as well as get it into every botanical garden all over the world. It is an incredible experience, and people have told me, families that would watch via Facebook for the first couple of years or what have you, but then make a big trek over, you know, because a lot of people in Florida, if they're a couple hours away, they're starting to come to the event. And they're like, the Facebook, that it doesn't even give you an idea of what the experience is like and what a beautiful experience it is. So that is something that will continue to grow and help with individuals being able to express themselves and helping them get into nature, do something really fun with their families and caregivers, and get some monies to help them, because our community struggles with that very, very much.